Today's video was sponsored by Margaret Wahome of America, a true patriot and a Kenyan nationalist at heart. Stand by for debrief in 3, 2, 1. Yesterday we had Labor Day celebrations at Uhuru Gardens, as you can see in these images. Now in this video I want us to look into who said what during yesterday's Labor Day celebrations, and with no further ado, let's get after it. Top of the list is Atwoli. Atwoli came out to complain about TikTok and YouTube, all while calling Gen Zs useless. Here's the tip.
Na hii kitu inaitwa social media. Mimi naambia nyinyi, hakuna China, it's controlled. Hata hii TikTok ni ya China. Na yao wana control, sio kama hii yenu wamemwachia. And the church must speak about TikTok. The church must speak about social media. The church must speak about YouTube. The church must take the leading. Mtoto mdogo anafungua simu, ukifungua simu na wamejua. Anaona mtu iko film ndani, baba anajifanya anangojea chakula, mama akifungua mlango kule anatoka huko vile alizaliwa, mtoto anaangalia yale maneno anaongea kwa TikTok. We can't have such a society. We can't. Na watu wa social media, young men, they have never worked anywhere. They have never been members of any union. Utaona vile wana comment mambo ya trade union, mambo ya Minister of Labor, mambo ya kunyanyaswa, incitements on social media.
Now let me just save you the pain. Most of what Atwoli said was nonsense, with the exception of this.
Hawa Kenya unasikia ground ni mbaya. Hapa ground hapana mzuri. Ruto must go.
Moving along, Alfred Mutua's biggest concern during Labor Day was who is sleeping with who in the office. Here's a tip.
Kuna shida kidogo. I get a lot of reports in my office about sexual harassment. Sexual harassment in our workplaces. Nataka kuambia Wakenya kwamba mrembo akiandikwa, our sister, our children, our daughters, akiandikwa kazi, usianze kumpangia, unaanza kumnyemelea, na akikukataa unamfuta kazi, unaanza kumharas. We must ensure there is a safe working environment for our young girls and even our young boys. That power dynamics is something that we'll be talking about. A manager should not be dating a junior in the same office because of those power dynamics. Soko ni kubwa Kenya hii, angalia kila mahali. Soko ni kubwa, wachana na wafanyikazi wanaofanya kazi na wewe.
Personally, I agree with Alfred's sentiments, but to be honest, I expected him to talk about the overseas jobs that he promised Kenyans, yet many are being scammed out of their money. You spend a lot of money facilitating the process, you end up not going abroad, they lie that they will refund, and you're left doing follow-up. This has to be the first true evidence of perpetual motion known to mankind. A constant scam going on in one singular ministry, but the CS on Labor Day is only concerned about who is sleeping with who. Quite a shocker, isn't it? Number 3, when Uhuru was reading a written speech, he'll just do so without wearing his reading glasses. But yesterday, Ruto used a teleprompter, so his speech was a little bit polished, but more so unnatural for the trained eye. But that aside, Ruto went on to flex about his affordable housing, which no one cares about other than those growing fat on tenders. Here's the tip.
Our affordable housing program is another flagship initiative delivering real impact. By end of April, it had created 250,000 jobs spanning architecture, engineering, urban planning, masonry, carpentry, plumbing, electrical work, while reinvigorating local economies. I proudly saw workers from affordable housing in this meeting, and I want to commend them for the transformation they are carrying out in the Republic of Kenya, not just in Nairobi, but everywhere else. This program will in the next few years expand home ownership across the country. Ladies and gentlemen, the MSME sector remains the greatest untapped reservoir of employment in Kenya today. Our commitment to unlocking its potential is resolute.
To be honest, I think I might have been one of the only 2 Kenyans who watched Labor Day celebrations, because the rest of the country generally didn't give a hoot. Wengi walienda kukunywa, others decided to sleep in. A wise choice if you ask me. Hata mimi I just watched so that you don't have to. There was nothing to celebrate. There was nothing giving hope. It was just leaders celebrating their personal achievements, such as housing. That's a personal achievement of the president. I don't see anyone else celebrating with him. And we also had CSs like Alfred Mutua addressing non-issues and ignoring the real elephant in the room. But what say you guys? Do you feel like Labor Day was impactful to the life of the common mwananchi? Not even necessarily about development, but even just giving hope. Do you feel inspired after listening to those speeches? Do drop me your own comments in the comment section below. I'll do my best to read them and to give you a response. And in the event you're here for the first time, please go on and hit the subscribe button. And if you're watching for a different platform, just head on over to YouTube, search for David Wafula. Hit the subscribe button, you're going to be getting a ton of content of this nature. If politics is something you're passionate about, this is definitely the one channel that you really, really need to subscribe to. Alright guys, adios. Thank you for choosing David Wafula as your primary news platform. We put countless hours in research, recording, and editing. By showing up each and every day to watch our videos, you encourage us to generate more videos for the viewers. We are on a mission to inform, educate, and build a better tomorrow. To our thousands of followers in a world full of presidents, kings, and queens, you are the real gem. Adios.